Hello everyone, welcome to JavaScript tutorial for beginner. In this tutorial we are going to see for loop in JavaScript. Let's say we want to print something 10 times in JavaScript. So for that we need to use for loop. So let me just show you. So here first of all we are going to say over here for, then we need to give two first bracket and two second bracket, and inside this for to first bracket we need to give some condition. So first let's declare a variable. Let's say var I is equal to 0. So first of all we are saying the value of I will be 0 for this for loop at the beginning. Then we'll say give a condition. We'll say over here I cannot be greater than 10. So we'll say I smaller than 10. Then we'll give this semicolon, and after that we will increase the value of I by on. So for increasing the value of I by on we need to give over here I plus plus. So what will happen is that inside this for loop, first of all the value of I will be 0. Then we are giving a condition that the value of I cannot be greater than 10, and here we are increasing the value of I by on. So at the beginning the value of I will be 0, then it will be on, then the value of I will be 2, 3, 4, and up until the value of I will be 9. And you can also write this I plus plus a different way. You can just write over here I equal I plus on. So this will basically do the same thing. So we'll just give over here I plus plus. So here right now if we just say over here document dot write, let's say JavaScript test. So what it will do is that it will print this text JavaScript test 10 times because we are running this for loop from 0 to 9. So right now if we save it, then if we refresh our browser, here we can see JavaScript test, it is 10 times. Okay, let's just add a br tag over here. We'll just keep over here plus and we'll give the br tag. So let's refresh again, and here we can see JavaScript test, it should be total of 10 times. So right now if you want to print the value of I, you can do that as well. So for it, let's just give the value of I over here. Let's just give another plus over here. Then here we're going to say I. So it will print the value of I over here. So let's save it. Then if we now refresh, here you can see test 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up until 9, because our loop started from 0 and it ended before 9. So if we now give equal over here, so it will print up until 10. So right now if we now save it, okay, let's also give a space over here. Then if we now refresh here you can see it started from 0 and ended at 10. So right now let's say you want to find a summation of a number in for loop. Let's say over here before the for loop, let's say var sum equal to, let's say 10. Now let's say we want to increase the value of sum by 5. So the first time it will be 10, then 15, then 20, like this, and we want to use that up until 10 times, let's say. So for it, what we need to do is that we'll just say over here sum equal to sum plus 5. So at the beginning the value of sum is 10. So right now what it will happen is that we write over here sum plus 5. So 10 plus 5 will be, that value of sum will be 15. So 15 will be stored in the sum variable. So again when the loop go by again, then the value of sum will be 20, then 25, like this. So right now over here we'll just say over here document dot write to first bracket, and we just say over here sum value, then let's just give a space over here like this, and we'll just say over here plus sum, and let's also add a br tag as well. So right now if we save it, then if we now refresh over here we can see value of sum at the beginning it is 10, then it become 15, and at the end value is 55, and around 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here you can see the loop gone for 10 times. So I hope I am clear, but let me just tell you again. At the beginning the value of sum is 10, so it will print 10. Then the value of sum will become 15, then it will print 15, then the value of sum will become 20, then it will print 20. So that's how we get this value over here. So right now let's say you want to give the condition value this and this in the browser. So for that let's declare another variable. Let's say var m equal to prompt to first bracket, and here we'll say enter first number. Then let me just copy this and I'll paste it over here, and here we'll say var n write second number. So here instead of I equal to 0, we are going to say over here I equal to m, and here instead of I smaller than 10, we are going to say over here n. So we will declare the variable in the browser. Okay, I made a spelling mistake, right, and over here right. So right now if we save it, then if we now refresh over here, it will ask us for the first number, which will go over here I equal to m. Let's say the so over here we will give the first number, so the first number will be 5. So and the first number 5 will go over here for m. So right now we'll click OK, and then it will ask us for the second number. Let's say the second number will be this one for n. So let's say it will be 10. So here we're going to say 10, and if we click OK, it's not showing us anything. So I think the reason is, so here you can see variable m equal to this one. So whenever you write anything in the prompt, it normally counted as a string. So in order to turn it into an integer, we are going to say over here parse int, then we'll keep this prompt into this parse integer. Okay, so right now let's say over here parse int, and we'll keep the prompt for the second number as well. So right now if we save it, then let's just keep the first number, which will be 5, and the second number will be 10, and if we click OK, here you can see it printed total 5 times, and that is supposed to happen because the first number was 5 and the second number was 10, so the loop was supposed to go for 5 times. So this is all about this tutorial for loop. I hope you find this tutorial easy, and if you have any question, you can always let me know in the comment section. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next tutorial.